Welcome to the Financial Update with First Community Bank, live every fourth Thursday of the month on WLIJ and podcasted on Facebook. Join guests from First Community Bank and our host as they inform, educate, and encourage you on all things finances. First Community Bank is a member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Now, here's your host. And it's another fourth Thursday of me introducing myself on the Financial Update with First Community Bank. My name is Chase Clanton, and today I am talking with my new friends, Jeff McDonald, the Deposit Operations Manager, and Kim Finch, Universal Banking Manager at First Community Bank. Jeff and Kim, good morning, guys. How are you doing today?
Great.
Good morning.
Good deal. Good deal. It's good to be with you guys this morning. So we're going to be talking a little bit about your background and what you do at First Community Bank, amongst some other topics. But Jeff, if you don't mind, let's start with you. So again, you are the Deposit Operations Manager.
Correct.
At First Community Bank. So tell the folks a little bit about your background, how you got to town here, and what you do at the bank.
Sure. So I've been in banking about 20 years. I've been in Shelbyville about 6 months. I got into banking originally where I grew up, which was northern Missouri.
Okay.
Been in Ohio the last 10 years, managing operations departments, and came to town about 6 months ago. Wanted to get back to, I grew up on a farm, wanted to get back to small town, smaller bank, and this reminds me of home, so I love it.
What a good fit for you.
Yeah.
So how do you like Shelbyville so far? You're just 6 months in.
Yeah, Shelbyville's great. Like I said, it's about twice the size of the town that I grew up in. But yeah, everybody's wonderful. Everybody's great. It reminds me a lot of home.
That's excellent. Well, welcome to Shelbyville.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kim, what about you?
Well, I banked at First Community before I come to work there.
Mm-hmm.
I love the people there, and it just kind of drew me in, and
yeah,
I loved it. So
yeah,
I've been with the bank probably in between working and banking over 20 years.
Sure. We're between being a customer of the bank and then finally starting to work on staff at FCB. Okay, and you guys are both located at the main office on Elm Street, I believe, Street.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, and thanks to Kayla and Lucy for hooking up with you guys today.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about your background. Jeff, what does a Deposit Operations Manager do at First Community?
So the word deposit in the sense of the role is a little misleading. You know, you think of deposits, you think of somebody coming in and depositing money at the bank, but deposit operations really is anything non-loan related, so any kind of account that's not a loan.
Okay.
Operations is kind of a term that is kind of behind the scenes functions, not really customer facing, but just making sure things are working, systems are working, processes are working, that we're following the rules that the government says we have to follow. A lot of paperwork involved.
Mm-hmm.
So deposit operations generally covers those things, but here at First Community, it also involves a lot of the customer-facing departments as well. So our branch folks, our tellers, the universal bankers that Kim, I'm sure, will mention here shortly. So it's a big encompassing role.
Okay. Yeah, and sounds like a lot of responsibility, too. Yeah. Okay. Kim, what about you? What does a Universal Banking Manager do at First Community?
Universal Banker Manager is, of course, I manage the Universal Bankers.
Okay.
This team handles all your new accounts, your IRAs, your CDs, ATMs, mobile deposits,
Debit cards.
That's
online banking.
I love that so much, by the way. That's so good.
It's pretty slick, isn't it?
It is pretty slick, yeah. As we say in Shelbyville, it's picking up on the lingo. Yeah. Well, that's good. So, what drew you guys to a career in banking, and what keeps you passionate about it?
I got into banking on accident, really.
Okay.
I went to school for accounting, and back in Missouri, I worked for a car dealership. I was an office manager at a car dealership, kind of doing accounting things. And back in, this would have been 06, 07, just coincidentally, there was some banking, some subprime lending things that was going on. That's where the government bailed out banks and a lot of stuff was going on. Well, the car industry really tanked at that time.
And when was that about?
2006, I think, 07, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I remember.
And the car dealership I worked at the time, the owner's wife was a CPA, and because the people just weren't buying cars, sales went down, and so I got laid off and had applied at a bank just in town, for a job, and got into deposit operations then, and I've been in banking ever since. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it works out the way everybody thinks it does, where you go to school for that thing and you get a job in that thing, and other times it's adapting to survive, and other times you get picked up off the street like we're joking about. Yeah. Kim, what about you? How'd you get into a career in banking?
I've always worked with money, and I decided that I wanted to try working for a bank. I loved First Community. I loved all the people there, and I was like, I want to go to work there. So
here you are. You kind of soak in from the outside, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. It's so you really appreciated the atmosphere and the attitude of the staff, and it was so infectious you had to be part of it.
Yes.
Is what I'm hearing. Well, that sounds just wonderful, and I'm sure you enjoy your job.
Oh, I do. I love my job.
Very good. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and move on. So, Jeff, we're going to get into your side of things here with maybe a little bit of a look behind the scenes at deposit operations. So I think you touched on this a little bit, but I want to kind of rehash like what exactly deposit operations means in layman's terms.
Sure. So deposit operations, again, is really things that are non-loan related. We have our own, loan division and loan folks. But it's really just ensuring that the processes and the systems are working within the bank, that we're doing all the things that we're required to do, either by laws or regulation, making sure, like I said, the systems are working and functioning, making sure that our customers have what they need, the services that they need or that they want, and really just helping, whether it's internally, our coworkers or our customers directly with whatever need they have, and operationally we do whatever we need to do or use whatever we need to use to make that happen.
Okay. And so how does that support the bank's overall goal and operation?
Really, customers are, it's our number one thing. It's our focus. And so the systems that we have, the debit card that we have, we just recently got a new debit card platform in June. So whatever it is that the customers need or want, we really try to strive to do that. I've been here 6 months, and it's top notch. I just, not because I work there. I'm not saying it just because I'm talking on the radio. It truly is. The customer service is outstanding, and everybody knows each other, and so it's family.
It is, and it's. To use the motto, so to speak, it's about friends and neighbors.
Yeah,
right. And
exactly.
That attitude was around long before that new motto came about. And I think that's part of the atmosphere that you liked so much, Kim.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to it, because you could walk in and everybody was always so nice. I can remember carrying my child with me, and the tellers would actually come around and push him on a cart, and he just thought he was on top of the world.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And to have a group like that, it was nice.
That sounds very special. Yeah, we did a really cool program with some of the tellers at different branches that you guys have, as well as I think the teller manager. And they even shared some of their tricks of the trade, and they try to remember everybody that comes in, and not just their name, but like a few things about them. And they try their best to listen. And again, that's just all part of the spirit at FCB. So obviously security is a big issue in your department, Jeff. How do you ensure the accuracy and security of customer deposits?
Sure. So there's lots of reconcilements and balancing processes that we do. Obviously, when folks come in to do transactions, whether it's making a deposit or withdrawal or whatever it is, we want to make sure that they're posting accurately, posting correctly. And so we have a lot of checks and balances in place to make sure that those transactions are posting the way they should and to the accounts that they should. We also, our systems are a big part of that. We use, trusted vendors and vendors that support what we're trying to do and what we want to provide to our customers. And so, there's a lot of trust there, and we work very closely with lots of vendors. And again, that's some of the behind the scenes things that's going on. But yeah, really lots of checks and balances in place and reviews, and auditors and examiners come in and double check and go behind us, make sure we're doing the things we should be doing to avoid any customer impact. So,
well, and checks and balances are great because as I remember this coming up in school and college, like if you get too deep into something, you're too deep in it. To the point where you can't see the forest for the trees, and then you bring somebody else in to check you from outside your department or whatever in a related department, and they can see all kinds of things maybe you could do better, maybe a number that got transposed, whatever it is.
Right.
Which, by the way, if I deposit $100 in my account and you change that to $100,000, it's going to have to be somebody else to correct that, because I'm just going to go, cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We can't do that. So what if fraud or something does come up, like what do you do to, well, first of all, prevent it and manage compliance with stuff in that area?
Yeah, fraud's a big thing. Unfortunately, there's always some bad folks out there, some fraudsters that are trying to trick people, take advantage of people, and really just take their money, or take the money that's at the bank. But we try to monitor trends, look for things out of the ordinary. We look for large transaction or large deposits. We might look at those a little more closely, but really just try to stay on top of some of the trends that are going on in the industry. I mentioned our vendors and our systems. There's a lot of layers of functionality in there that help us do that. Not so much a manual, but just some things that, whether it's reports we can run or just some dashboard snapshot views of activity.
Sure.
And we try to stay on top of that as much as we can. But a lot of it is customers. We rely on customers to notify us if they see something out of the ordinary as well. Sometimes that opens a window to something new or a new trend that's going on, and we can try to stay on top of it to prevent, hopefully, as much as we can, prevent fraud from our customers.
Yeah, you guys are an advocate for that. And we talk about fraud and fraud prevention and awareness on this show quite a bit. So I certainly appreciate you guys doing that.
Yeah.
Folks, we're live here on the Financial Update with First Community Bank. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration is more than a show.
Tonight we crown the champion walking horse of the world.
It's a legacy of passion and pride passed down through generations. As the official bank of the celebration, First Community Bank walks with our friends and neighbors to keep this hometown tradition strong and thriving.
It's run and walk time, let them walk on.
First Community Bank, member FDIC. For 87 years, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration has stood as a proud tradition, showcasing the beauty and strength of these magnificent horses. First Community Bank is honored to be the official bank of this event. We walk with our friends and neighbors every step of the way, supporting the riders, the community, and the legacy that makes our hometown special. When tradition matters most, you can count on First Community Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to the Financial Update with First Community Bank. Now, back to the show. Folks, we're live back here on the Financial Update with First Community Bank. My name is Chase Clanton, your host, and I'm talking to Jeff McDonald, Deposit Operations Manager, and Miss Kim Finch, Universal Banking Manager at First Community Bank, by the way, which can be reached at 931-684-5800 or firstcommunitybanker.com. I do have that one saved in my memory bank. And I also have a really cool T-shirt. I don't know if I can turn around and get this in camera shot or not, but you got it. Thanks, Brandon. Producer Brandon on the ones and twos in the studio. Love this shirt, by the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Looks good on you.
It is a good one.
Thanks. Yeah, got it Saturday night at the celebration. So anyways, so speaking of Walking Horse Show, I hear that you guys have some Walking Horse debit cards. What's all that about?
We do, yeah. We just recently, it's a co-branding with First Community Bank and the celebration. Really cool debit card that we'll have available soon, possibly today. We get the artwork loaded today and test it out. But yeah, it's really cool debit card. Has the Walking Horse celebration logo on it. And
yeah, you can go to our website and you can actually see what it looks like. So.
Okay, and that is firstcommunitybanker.com.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, go in there, or if not, just Google First Community Bank Shelbyville. It'll come up, I promise.
And we'll have a booth, and I think we have this week, and I think last weekend, but also probably this weekend as well.
Okay.
A booth set up to answer questions about it, or get on the list to get one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. So
free charge, doesn't cost anything.
Nope.
Okay. As far as to get the special debit card,
Correct.
it's just open an account, essentially.
Just if you have an account, checking account, you can, and you have a debit card, we can get you one, or if you want a upgraded debit card, if you will, we can get you the new logo.
Awesome. Okay, so we're talking about some other debit card benefits and stuff that you guys have, like how special the app is. Do we want to mention that a little bit?
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because of course we just recently brought in a new debit card system back in June, and along with it brought a lot of new features. One of them being you're able to submit travel notices for yourself. So
convenient.
If you happen to forget and go ahead and go out of town, you can submit it right there on your phone and it opens your card back up. It also has features that you're able to control your spending. You can get notifications.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you'll get a notification anytime you swipe. Kind of like a credit card app would do.
Yeah, you could set up notifications for really anything. If it's a certain merchant, if you want to get notified every time your card's used at a gas station, or used shopping, or anytime it's over $100 or whatever it is. There's lots of functionality with these debit cards, and with the new app that we have, you can
app.
Yep.
There's card controls on the app, card management.
Yep. So if you lose your card, you're able to block your card right then, and then if you find it, you can unblock it.
And this is with a debit card.
Correct.
Debit cards have historically been more difficult to, block than a credit card. You could just call them, bam, shut that thing off, get a new one. But now with the new app that First Community Bank has, you can log on. Even if you've lost it, you can't find it for a day or two, and you're like, oh boy, I better shut this thing down for a minute, you can go ahead and block that card. And if you find it, you'll be able to open it back up, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in a matter of seconds. It's really, really easy.
Really? In seconds? You don't even have to make a phone call.
Nope. Don't have to. Just pick up your phone and hit a couple buttons and done deal.
Yeah, and if you can't find it, call 931-684-5800, and I'm sure they'll walk you through how to do it. Or if you do want to talk to somebody, I'm sure they'd be glad to help you.
Yep.
So let's talk about some trends in technology, as we kind of have been doing with the new app and stuff. How has technology changed the way your department operates, Kim?
It's changed because it's opened up new doors to new ways that we're able to, first off, help our customers, to help detecting fraud. Even how we balance our ATMs. It's helped in so many different ways, and it keeps everybody fresh because you're constantly learning with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was going to say, by the way, ATMs, you guys have one at the Celebration.
Yes, we have one at the Celebration, and we have one at the Cooper Steel Arena.
Okay, so there's that. Yeah, and, having like the app that'll send you notifications, however you have that set up, that way if there is a potential fraudulent charge to that card, you will immediately see it. I mean, because it's going to notify you of everything you do if you have it set up that way.
Correct.
But not only that, if it is something that is caught, you'll receive a text message asking, did you make this transaction? And it will actually shut down your card until you respond to it, because it don't want to let a fraudulent transaction to go through.
No, especially if you live in Shelbyville and all of a sudden you're charged to some place in Europe.
Right.
And then that's definitely when you're going to get a text. And maybe you're planning something and that's normal, but it may not be. So you make sure you check your text messages for stuff like that. Jeff, what about you? How has technology changed the way your department operates? I'm sure that has a big effect.
Yeah, technology is changing so rapidly and just growing so fast. I remember when I got into making 20 years ago, a lot of paper, people wrote a lot of checks.
Yeah.
It took several days for checks to clear. But technology today, everything's real time, literally within seconds, especially using your debit card, or if you have, your debit card saved on your phone. It's called a digital wallet.
Yeah,
folks,
like an Apple Wallet.
Yeah, go to get lunch somewhere, Apple Wallet, Google, whatever. Yeah, and just put your phone up to the reader, and within seconds, you can see it on your account. So yeah, technology is moving very quickly, very rapidly. I think there's a lot of good things with it. Very, very customer service oriented, for sure. It
is very user friendly, very convenient. I mean, that'll make your gas station trip so much faster. Just put your First Community Bank card on your Apple Wallet, double tap to pay, and put that up to the Speedway gas station, and off you go.
Yeah, things like Cash App and PayPal, all the peer-to-peer payment systems that are out there. Yeah, very, very, very convenient.
We've got a note here about mobile deposits. Do those process fairly quickly?
As long as you get them done before 3 p.m. If you do it 3 p.m., you'll get same-day credit. If it's after, it's next-day credit.
Okay. So that is pretty quick, and can save you a trip. Just make sure you do the proper notation there on the back of the check. I'm sure that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to this, customer education and some other issues. So what are some common issues that customers typically run into with deposits? I mean, it sounds simple.
I would say, and just to kind of hit on it again, and it's unfortunate, but a lot of fraud and scams are big right now. Folks get emails, various kinds, and they try to scare the customer into clicking a link or sending money to somebody else, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But those are fairly common things, and we try to do, or we do what we can to help prevent our customers from getting, hopefully not getting scammed or falling for those tricks. So that's probably a common one, and just fraud in general.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many different kinds. I mean, just even the FedEx one where you receive a check in the mail from FedEx and you haven't done anything for it. So.
Oh, yeah. Or my favorite is the random text from a number out of country that says your package cannot be delivered. Click this link.
Yeah. There's another one going on recently. I think, maybe started this year. Get a text from a state that maybe you've never been to, or maybe you have. They're hoping that you have.
Oh, the toll thing.
The toll fee, yeah. You owe a toll to whatever state. You click this link, and that's how another way how they can trick you.
So you kind of answered my next question. I was going to ask what some of the latest fraud techniques or trends are that you guys are seeing. And the toll one, I'm pretty good about catching them because they'll be from a weird phone number. By the way, pay attention to this because this is how you can find out if you're getting scammed or not. weird phone number, weird email address with an unnecessary, strange amount of characters, or a weird domain name that's not correct. Misspellings.
Misspellings are a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to try and scam me, at least try. You know what I mean? But anyways.
Yeah, emails are big. Texts are big now too. And yeah, it's amazing some of the things they come up with, new things that are just every day that pop up.
Yeah, but watch out for the toll thing, because I just had come back from a family vacation in December, and that's when I started getting some of the toll text messages. And when you're going down into Florida, you go through some toll booths that are unmanned, or they just take your picture and they mail it to you later.
Yeah.
They're not going to text you.
Right.
I didn't give them my phone number. In fact, they took a picture of the back of the car.
Yeah, they're just hoping to catch somebody that happened to go through Florida, and they don't think like what you just said, and
they're busy.
They click on it.
Yeah, they didn't realize it. Kim, are you seeing any particular trends other than that, or is it pretty much?
We're seeing they are a lot of text messages. Some of them even pretending to be like family members, and they need help. And wanting them to have money wired to them.
Wirings. Yeah.
There was one we just had where a customer real estate. They had one that.
And that would be a big number too.
Yeah, so they're sitting there wanting them to wire money for closing costs on property. So I mean, there's several different kinds going around.
Now that's a new one for me. So it's like real estate.
Like they're purchasing land out of this area and needing it wired, and of course they've never talked to the person. It's only through like text messages or emails
or Facebook, or, some type of social media where they try and like the relationship scams, which is a whole rabbit hole that we can rant on. Get catfished and take somebody's money. Anyways, so with all this being said, what kind of tips would you guys give for using online banking safely?
I would say, just watch your accounts closely.
Okay.
I'm the same way. I go and spend whatever I spend and use buy things, whatever. But I would encourage folks to watch their accounts closely. Anything that looks odd or you don't recognize, anything out of the ordinary, no matter how little, contact us. Send us an email or give us a call. Those are probably some of the big things. Is just try to stay on top of things early. As quickly as you can.
Yeah, and protect your passwords. Don't go giving out passwords, and if you do happen to give it out, change it immediately. And then let us know that you've done it, so we can notate your account to watch it for anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, and so if you do notice a deposit error or something that just looks off, what would you advise folks to do?
Definitely contact us. We'll go through the proper steps to see if it's legitimate and what we need to do to help you with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just reach out, especially if you're a customer out there at First Community Bank, 931-684-5800. And I'm sure any of the folks out there would be happy to talk with you. Because when it comes to the bank, let's say I'm a customer at First Community Bank, okay, and somebody is frauding me out or scamming me out of my money. Well, it's kind of y'all's money too, because it's in your bank. So naturally you have a great interest in that as well.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So, okay, anything else we want to make note of before we go off the air this morning?
Just appreciate the time today and all of our customers, and we love feedback. It's how we improve. It's how we grow.
Okay.
So we love to hear whatever our customers want to tell us, and we're here to help. We love our customers and anybody that we interact with.
Yeah. Absolutely. So again, phone number 931-684-5800 for First Community Bank, where you guys walk with your friends and neighbors. and I'll save you from looking at my back again. Maybe we'll do that at the end of the program or something. But this has been the Financial Update with First Community Bank. I've been talking to Jeff McDonald, Deposit Operations Manager, and Kim Finch, Universal Banking Manager. Jeff and Kim, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. We'll send it back to studio. Brandon, thank you so much. We'll see you next month for the Financial Update with First Community Bank.
The Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration is a week where Shelbyville comes alive with the energy of beautiful horses, dedicated trainers, and excited fans.
And we appreciate every one of them.
It's the tradition of the running walk, the sparkle of trophies, and the stories passed from generation to generation. First Community Bank is honored to be the official bank of the celebration, walking with our friends and neighbors as we celebrate every stride and every victory. First Community Bank, walking proudly with tradition, walking proudly with you. Member FDIC.
It's never been easier to follow the leader in pure classic country from wherever you are. Listen with the WLIJ 98.7 app for free on the App Store and Google Play, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, and X at WLIJ.radio.